Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's review November and reset for a new month. I am so excited to dive into a new month with a new budget and new goals. I definitely overspent in November. As you will see in the monthly budget update, we went a little over on the budget. We went a little wild with the spending on Black Friday. I am definitely ready to reset and restart and clean the slate and never look at November ever again. I want to dive into my monthly reflection first, which has a couple prompts. This is something I like to fill in at the end of every month, more so as like a memento to look back on later on. Then we will jump into the November budget and how that went and look at how poorly it went. This is basically going to be a roast of myself. Finally, after that, we will set a new budget for December. We will also look at our new goals for December. So let's dive right in. I have a lot to cover. There's a lot of red. So I will first cover the overview of how everything went. I do love the 50-30-20 split graph in the corner here. So this 50-30-20 rule, you hear from a lot of experts that you should have about 50% of your costs or below should be your fixed costs, 30% should come from your day-to-day expenses, and then 20% should be invested or saved. So you can see that I am heavy on my wants. I am at 43.3%, which is concerning. And then I have 31.6% is needs, and then 25% is savings. So I am above on my savings and investing for sure, but if I could get my wants cut in half, imagine how much more I could save and invest. It's awakening, and I definitely need to look at this a little closer, that's for sure. Let's go into income and how that went down. My paychecks were around exactly what I thought they were gonna be. I expected about $70 in e-transfers from my mom and my brother for phone bills. That hasn't actually been transferred over to me yet. I usually do that right at the end of the month, so that is still incoming. But I also got extra money, and this is mainly from whenever I submit a claim with my insurance. They e-transfer me. They don't e-transfer me. They deposit money into my checking account. And then you will see I have taken out about $220 from my sinking funds. I will then supplement myself next month, and then I will pay myself with my sinking funds, because you will see in my overview that I am negative $1,426 on my budget. Let's dive into some of the expenses next. So groceries, I budgeted $350 and I wanted to keep these pretty low this month, and somehow I'm at $606. I genuinely think that this is mainly just because I paid for more groceries in the month. I went to Target and Trader Joe's as well, so you definitely pay a markup there with the conversion. I think this is mainly just because I paid for, I think, like 4 grocery runs in the month, which it usually is closer to like 2 or 3. And then eating out, I was good, only $11.37, so I'm under budget. Coffee was one that I was intending to stick to. I only loaded $15 onto my Starbucks app, and I wasn't gonna buy any other coffees. And then Nespresso had a Black Friday deal, and I can't turn down a Black Friday deal. So they had, I think it was like $50 off if you ordered a certain number of pods, and we obviously use Nespresso year round, every day. So it kind of makes sense just to get pods at a discount when we can. You just have to front load a lot of the amount, but I will make an intention to have a lower coffee budget for the next couple of months. It kind of balances out. Transportation, I am under, and I think mainly this is because I worked from home for 2 weeks in November. So I get 6 work from home weeks a year, and I used 2 of them this month, and that was intentionally to have a lower transportation budget. Shopping, I can't believe this number. Like, I have ran the numbers like 2-3 times. There's no way that what I bought totals up to this, but it does. And I guess that's the power of a budget. This is what I tell people, is you need to budget, because you probably have no idea what your bills are totaling up to. Like, it's crazy how fast things add up, and things are expensive these days. So I will go through a little bit of a breakdown of what I bought here, but I think I'll also do a video on what I purchased in November, just because I'm never really gonna have this many items in a single month at once. So I'll kind of do like a haul, if you will. So for beauty, I was over budget by $100. This, I believe, is because I had a couple of drugstore items that went out of stock that I wasn't anticipating having to stock up on. So yeah, not much to say there. I spent more money than I expected. And this also includes a Botox appointment. I did not spend $450 on cosmetics. My Botox appointment, it was around $250. Drinking and weed, I spent $85, and I think I thought I was gonna be under budget on this one, but I did go to the store and buy a bottle of vodka on the weekend, and that's because I want to make a vodka sauce for dinner this week, and we didn't have any, so I thought may as well top up. Fun, I am under budget. I only spent $16. I went to like a movie, and I paid for a Patreon membership, but outside of that, I didn't do much else. Then we have Orlando, my cat. This is the same number that I talked about in my mid-month check-in, so nothing has been added onto this. This is just his pretty litter, and then he was out of both wet food and dry food, so I topped that up. Next up is health. So I mentioned I was gonna have an expensive health month, but I did not anticipate it being double what I expected it to be. And yeah, things just added up really fast, but you will see that I have $377 supplementing this $800, so I'm probably closer to what I expected it to be, but I always just track every amount that goes onto my credit card, even if I'm getting refunded for part of it. This does look a bit inflated, like my expenses look inflated, but this is just the easiest way for me to track what's actually on my credit card. Otherwise, if I don't add every expense in, even the ones that I'm gonna be reimbursed for, then these credit card balances here don't like add up. All right, gifts. Oof, gifts is over budget as well. And this happens every year. I definitely should just be more realistic with my budget I set for my gifts. I'm a child of divorce, so I have step siblings, I have nieces, I got nephews, so I have lots of gifts. And I like to do around $100 like main gift, and then I like to add on a couple little small fun items like a candle or a lip gloss or, you know, something fun. And you add in cards and wrapping paper and all of the stuff in between, and somehow it's $1,200. But I had about $1,500 sitting in my holiday account. This is under the amount that I saved up for, which is nice. And I also am still contributing to my holiday account. So this month alone, I put $90 in. You know, it is what it is. I love Christmas. I love giving gifts. It's a love language of mine, and it's something I prioritize. At the end of the day, you don't have to, and this might be crazy. Next up is donations. That hasn't changed, still $33 for my mid-month check-in. Bills were basically on par. I had, not much change, nothing to talk about there. Savings, because I auto invest and auto save, so I have automation set up with Wealthsimple where money gets pulled from my account based on the set amount that I tell it every 2 weeks. So all of my savings are automated and all of my investments are automated. So you will see that everything that I budgeted for is exactly what it ended up being. We invested $1,440 and we saved $720. That's another reason why I don't feel like so bad supplementing myself from my sinking funds, because I still save, like my automatic savings went through. So technically speaking, I am only taking out of my sinking funds whatever amount I decide minus the savings, which was $720. It kind of balances out. The way I have it makes me feel very shameful though, which is good. I need to feel shame because this was shameful this month. And then we have credit cards. So basically how much I transferred onto my cards. So I budgeted about the right amount for both Visa and Neo, and then I ended up throwing an extra $1,000 onto my Amex because I had been paying for most of my gifts with my Amex, and I just didn't want to see such a gross number next month. Let's have a quick chat about some of the expenses. So I will run through some of the shopping items because I feel like you watch all these influencers online and they have these huge hauls of all these items that they probably get for free. So I understand the confusion, but I think we watch it and we think that we deserve a similar number of items, but $1,400 doesn't even get you that much anymore. Like, let's just walk through this. For shopping, I bought an Alphalete bra at the beginning of the month. This is so expensive for a bra, and I did not realize that that's what it was going to be after the conversion, and I should have done the math, but it is also probably the best bra I've ever worn to the gym. Expensive, but whatever. I bought a sweater from the Gap that was $31. I bought at Indigo here in Canada, it's like a bookstore. I bought a candle, a Christmas candle, and then I bought the Plum Plus membership. I think it's like 39 bucks, and it gets you 10% off for the whole year. And they were doing a promotion where you got $20 to use the next month. So I only paid like 19 bucks for this, and I just bought gifts with that $20. So it's something I would have bought anyway. But I also bought a book for my boyfriend. He wanted a book and he just threw it on my bill. So that's that. I went to Superstore and I bought 2 Christmas mugs, and I bought some twinkly lights for my shelves. They look very cute. And then I went to Target and I got some home and Christmas decor, and that was 89 bucks. And this was definitely, I like look at what I got and I don't feel like I got very good value. And I think that's the conversion, unfortunately. And same goes with the groceries. You can see my Trader Joe's and Target was $134. And it by no means was enough groceries to get us through a week. It was more like fun spices and add-ons and things like that. So I still had to grocery shop that week. And then we have the Night Swim bikini. So this was a pre-sale that Night Swim did. Night Swim is owned by Gabby Cheyenne, and she is a Canadian influencer and athlete. And I followed her for years and I love her swimwear. It's the only swimwear I wear, but they were doing a deal and I've been eyeing the swimsuit ever since it came out in May, but I was waiting for it to go on discount, and then I was getting nervous that it might sell out before Black Friday. So I bought it on the pre-Black Friday sale. And that's something else I need to learn my lesson on, is wait for Black Friday. Like I can't explain how much money I had already spent a week out from Black Friday. Like, I am a sales whore. Like, I just can't stop myself. It's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, and then the Black Friday sale came and I felt left out and I wanted a Black Friday buy one, get one free swimsuit. So I bought another one. I mean, it's a small business that's Canadian and I'm gonna look fly when I go swimming in Mexico in March. Yeah, either way, both of those swimsuits I have had on my like wants list since May when they both came out. So I don't feel that bad about those two. I do feel bad about the next swimsuit I bought, because like 3 swimsuits in November is not logical, especially when I have like so many winter items I need. This was fully impulsive and I have no other explanation for it. Then we have Abercrombie jeans. This was as well something that was on my list that I really wanted. I wanted 2 pairs of jeans from Abercrombie and I figured I'd wait for the sale, and I might just keep 1 pair. I feel like 2 pairs is a little bit frivolous. Then we have the tripod that you are currently sitting on. I purchased from Amazon. Then I bought a new wool coat from Aritzia. Okay, but this coat is originally $400 and I got a discount from an employee friend of mine who is considering not working there anymore. So I kind of felt like I had to pull the trigger on this month, and it's been a coat I've been eyeing for years. I haven't bought a new wool coat in probably 4 years, and I did feel like mine needed an upgrade, especially because I got moth holes in mine. I put it in the storage in my storage locker downstairs, and a moth ate a hole in the back of my wool coat. So it was a need, but it was a want, you know? And then we have Pepper Bras. I don't know if anyone else has been inundated with the ads for this brand quite like I have, but holy shit, I see this brand 47 times a day. And I have small itty bitties and they claim to be bras that fit small itty bitties, and I wanted to see if that was true. And then I had to get the free shipping. So I actually have a problem with shopping, and I'm fully aware of it, but we're resetting. We're cleansing our soul. But holy, why? And then on the same day, just to make matters worse, I went and bought $211 of Honor Active fitness wear. I don't feel that bad about this one because I work out 6 days a week. I am very active. I work out a lot, and that is the most common thing that I wear on a day-to-day basis. I have like my work clothes, I have my casual clothes, and then I have my active wear. And I wear my active wear almost every single day. So I was looking at my collection and I was like, this doesn't reflect the amount of activity I do, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's it. That's $1,400. I don't know, like girl math, tell me how that adds up. I don't If you told me that was $600, I would believe you. Sweating a little bit. That was rough. All right, let's move on to the new month. Let's have a look at my goals first and foremost. So my top 3 goals, or the goals that I am trying to prioritize over anything else, are going to be post 2 times a week on YouTube. So this is my number 1 goal right now. And this is just because I want to build momentum and the habits around posting twice a week, just so that moving forward, I can continue that while also balancing my day job. My second goal is to list my budgeting spreadsheet on Etsy. So what you're looking at right now is the early template for my Etsy budgeting spreadsheet that I am going to be listing there with the hopes of uploading in December. I think it makes sense for people to have a new tracker for the whole year. So I kind of have to get this done this upcoming month. I was aiming for having it ready for December 1st, but with these videos, unfortunately, I just haven't been able to prioritize it. So I do want to make both happen this month. I also put down I want to have a low spend month, and this is just to counteract what I did last month. I think it's okay to have bad months as long as the next month you maybe follow up with like a lower spend month. And then I have a couple of additional goals. So I want to get a new Notion system in place. I feel like I don't use Notion in the most effective way because I'm using someone else's template that just didn't really fit my lifestyle. I really want to learn more about how to customize Notion to myself and then maybe look into purchasing a Notion template. And then I want to post 3 to 4 shorts a week on YouTube if I can. I feel like that's where you get a lot more traction and views. And unfortunately, that's just kind of the name of the game for me right now. I'm just trying to get my videos pushed out to certain people, and I think that's more likely to happen if somebody finds me from a short. Next up, I have used my gift cards for date nights. So I do want to do a couple more date nights in December. Me and my partner David we used to do weekly date nights, which I think was a little bit much, but we really scaled it back because he was paying off some debt as well, and I was just, prioritizing not eating out. And we've definitely kind of gotten in a funk where we're barely going on date nights. And it's hard to call sitting at home together a date night if there's no intention for it. So I have lots of gift cards and I feel like I may as well use them. I want to set up my 2024 annual goals, and I want to do that over the course of the month and just really think on them. I feel like some of my goals for 2023 were not that ironed out. I think I wrote down I wanted to buy a bike, I think is one of my goals. And I was really thinking on it, and I was like, I have a bike. It's crap, but I also don't take care of it. I don't take it to get serviced. Why would I just buy a bike all willy-nilly? Yeah, I just want to be more intentional with my goals this year for sure. And then I need to create mock-ups for Etsy. So this is part of the listing on Etsy. And I feel like this is kind of a fun process. So I'm actually looking forward to this, but I definitely need to figure out how to do this. And then I have figure out budget for ads on Etsy. So I do want to figure out how much I can feasibly put into ads for my spreadsheet and making sure that it gets some traction. But yeah, let's go to the December budget now. So this is a 3 paycheck month for me, which is great. I love when 3 paycheck months line up with the month after I have a really shitty spending month. So we have a lot of income to budget this month, which is, I always find really fun. I love budgeting. I just think it's so much fun. So my goal was to spend a low spend month. So a low spend month for me would be spending about $1,450 or less on expenses. And that's just personally my number. I live in Vancouver. I live in an extremely expensive city. I have a gas car that guzzles gas, and groceries are expensive. Life is expensive here. So that's just my low spend number, but do not take that as a reflection of what your low spend number should be, because as much as I've tried to fight lifestyle inflation, it has come for me, unfortunately. So I like to enjoy my money. All right, so groceries. I'm thinking $300 seems totally reasonable. I am going home for the holidays, and obviously that comes with some free groceries. So I think that $300 is totally doable this month. With that though, I'm going home, I'm seeing friends I haven't seen in a long time, so we're probably gonna go get dinners, stuff like that. So I do wanna have a little bit of a heftier eating out budget. So I'm gonna put $150 there. And then I also have gift cards as well. So I think that should be plenty. I wanna do $20 for coffee just cause I spent a lot last month. Transportation, I'll probably get at least about $100 of gas. And then I probably also will have Ubers to and from the airport. I'm gonna put this at $175 just to be safe. Shopping, I am gonna try to not spend any money on shopping. So that's no clothes, no beauty products, no home products, no shoes, all that. I think if certain things come up, or like, you know, helping a good cause or a small business or something like that, or a little knickknack here and there, I'm not gonna be so harsh on myself. I think what I'll do is give myself $75 just to not feel so constrained, you know? Beauty, I'm gonna say, let's say 40 just in case there's anything I need to purchase, like pharmacy wise. Like I usually, anything I would buy at a drugstore, I'd put in this category. And then we have drinking and weed. So I don't anticipate a lot of spending here, but there are social events and Christmas. Let's not be Delulu. Let's put 100 just to cover our grounds. Fun, I think I have a couple of Christmas events lined up. Let's do 75. And then my cat, he needs food, but I think it'll just be wet food, so it should be a little bit cheaper. So let's do 50. Health, you know what? I think we could probably put this at $50. Gifts, I know I have one more gift to buy in person just because I didn't want to pay for shipping. So I'm going to put down 200 there. And then travel, I think I pre-purchased my bags. I don't think I need to spend anything on, I'm gonna put this at 0, but I might be purchasing some flights tonight for Europe next year just because it is the Cyber Monday deals. I'm technically calling today like the end of my November cycle because I started October around the state as well. If I do have flights I'm gonna buy, I'm not gonna write down that I ruined my low spend month because I'm gonna buy these flights regardless of whether it's full price or on sale. And I'm focusing on like what I can control today on my expenses, and I also have money saved up for flights, so just a heads up. And then donations, I do want to be charitable and I want to give at least $20 this month, hopefully more. So our budget's at $12.55, which I think I'm being a little bit delusional about. So let's see what I can add a little bit to. Let's do 30 for coffee because I do love a Christmas Starbucks. Let's do 200 for transportation. I feel like that kind of racks up on me. Let's do 100 for shopping. Because I'm an addict. Okay, I feel like that's good. I don't want to add too much more. All right, bills, we will leave right where they were before. I think everything looks good. Yeah, my phone plan is going to go back to its usual amount. So a little bit more for bills, but other than that, pretty normal. Yeah, savings are automatically done. So I think I will leave those as is. I might bulk up my holiday fund just because I drained so much of it last month for Christmas gifts. Then I think what I'm gonna do is, wait a minute, let's calculate exactly how much needs to go on my cards from last month. So last month's spending, a little below $1,100 for my Visa, a little bit below $1,100 for my Neo card, and then a little bit below $2,500 for my Amex. That adds up. Gross, but has to be done. So $1,100, and then I'll just put exactly $2,400 because I bulked up so let's see how much money we have left over. So I have $1,000 extra to budget. Thank you, 3 paycheck month. So I think I'm going to invest all of that, and I'm just going to throw $1,000 extra onto my retirement. And then we have a $31 buffer just in case. And yeah, I think that is going to make me feel really good about that month compared to last month. And I think that's a great way to close out the year and start a new year with some good spending habits. All right, thank you so much for joining me today to go over my December reset. I hope that you followed along and also set some goals for yourself for the next month. I really appreciate you joining me for this video. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments section below. And if not, I will talk to you next week. Thank you.